The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Man, that was amazing. That was riveting. And I'm going to keep saying this until folks pay attention. I really don't care if you hate Trump. I don't care if you hate Kamala Harris. This has nothing to do with the far left or the mainstream media or the far right. I can go back to the assassination of Abraham Lincoln if you wish. Duels they used to have with Andrew Jackson. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to. Twice in 17 days they tried to kill Gerald Ford, Ronald Reagan, RFK, Robert F. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King assassinated. We're not going to do this. We're not going to suggest that America's melting down. I know you hate Trump. I know you hate her. I'm not going to do it. What I'm going to do is stress that we need to protect the damn president and the candidates at all costs. I don't care if he said I hate Taylor Swift. That's his business. Does it irritate me? Sure. It's got nothing to do with what happened yesterday, man. There's psychos out there right now, sitting in their homes, sitting in their cars, waiting for their chance to take a shot. It's someone in power. And that is a fact, Jack. And we've got to protect those people. And I love Ron, because he is the man. Probably one of the smartest men in America, no exaggeration, and knows this stuff like no one. So I get your rhetoric. I had to shut one of my boys down last night, started texting me this crap. When are they going to stop? When you people blaming the media, when he's dead? Really? Well, that set me off. Shut up. Back off. We're trying to protect the former president of the United States at all costs. I don't give a crap how you feel about him. Today or tomorrow, for that matter. And for those a-holes, and I mean that in the nicest way, blaming me, it's people like Marty Griffin. Kiss my you-know-what. Seriously. This is not going to occur on this show. If you call in here to give your ridiculously ignorant speech about it's my fault, it's the left's fault, it's the right's fault, go away. Go away. I'm done. Thanks, Ron. What we do know is they better not leave holes in securing the safety of the president or Kamala Harris or Biden or anyone at that level. They better not. We don't want excuses. We don't want stories after the fact. We just don't. We just want these men and women protected at all costs, at any cost. And that's the truth. This is America. We're talking about our democracy. There are a lot of people that would like to see one of these people in power dead. And it can't happen. It just can't. It scares the hell out of me to think what would have happened if that shooter wasn't the idiot he ends up being. Honestly. All right. I've got to transition into a hell of a story from one of my boys, who is Max, and I call him Mad Max. And I have the great opportunity to have Mad Max's mother on today. Hi, Kathy. How are you?
I'm good, Marty. How are you?
You know we call your son Mad Max?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm going to call you Mrs. Mad Max.
No, please don't do that.
I love you. I love your son. You know that.
I know that.
He's one of my favorite people. He just gets it, and he gives a damn. Hold on. Let me grab the man himself. Max, good morning, brother. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Marty. How you doing?
All right, so this actually had me thinking of you and your mom this morning. This is crazy stuff. Last year, the highest number ever reported in loss by consumers, $10 billion to fraud, the FTC reported. Identity theft, online security, check theft, all these. Max, are you shocked by that number, $10 billion, sir?
It's an alarming number, but as my mom's about to explain, we have some personal experience with that to the tune of over $22,000.
Kathy, lay it out, sister. Tell us what happened, because this is unsettling.
So what happened, I went to an ATM on September 1st to make a withdrawal. I always print a receipt, and I was shocked when I saw the amount of the available balance. And I thought, oh my God, the bank made a mistake. Maybe they mixed me up with someone else. So when I got home, I called customer service, and I was so frazzled, I wasn't able to get through to a live person. So I had better success on September 2nd. I did get through to someone, and they rattled off to me all the withdrawals that occurred in my checking account over the course of 3 days. It was that Labor Day weekend. So unfortunately, the bank was closed on Monday because of the holiday, and I went on that following Tuesday to speak to a live customer service representative, and they were able to supply me with copies of 2 of the bogus checks that these people had made out payable to me from another bank account that belonged to yet 2 more victims of fraud that lived in Ohio. So the transactions all took place at a branch in Plymouth, New Hampshire. And I was really surprised that none of the tellers were suspicious of the amounts that were being withdrawn. If you take the time to look at a person's account activity, that would have raised some eyebrows. So I was really disappointed that they weren't a little bit more savvy when it came to that.
Kathy, how much are you out?
The total amount was $22,500.
Oh, gosh.
So I was thinking on Tuesday, September 3rd, okay, I've got a few thousand left. They're going to come in for the kill today and try to make another withdrawal. But they locked down my account immediately, and they set me up with a new account. And I also had to get in touch with Social Security because my Social Security is direct deposit into my checking account.
How the hell did this happen, though? Did someone had called you, or how did this happen?
Well, what happened, I got a call from another police department in another town in Massachusetts, and it was a detective, and they had arrested a man and a woman, and in the woman's possession, on a little piece of paper, they had all my personal identification, my name, my home address, my home phone number, and my Social Security number, and another check that was made out to me from those same people in Ohio for $1,200.
Oh, can you hang around, both of you? I need your help. Max, you cool?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll be right back. We got to sort through this. By the way, this scares the hell out of me. And if you heard the number I threw out there, this is happening more and more, and we got to drill down on this, what happened here, and if we can help her, and how we can help you to protect your money. This is crazy stuff.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Well, it's billions and billions of dollars, and Max is one of my favorite people, and actually insanely good at tech, insanely good at security. Then he sends me a note that his mom got ripped off for nearly $23,000, and it kind of floored me. I have Kathy here and Max. Hey, Max, to the best of your ability, can you nail down how the hell this happened, brother?
So it's really concerning, Marty. The fact that I kind of tease my mom when I say she's a little Amish, because she still has a cathode ray TV in her living room. She doesn't even have a flat screen.
Whoa.
So she still uses a flip phone, doesn't have a laptop or a PC at home. So my mom she's not shopping, she's not buying stuff online.
No debit card?
Does have a debit card, but I'm thinking my sense is that it was some type of government breach or some type of hospital or, medical breach, because really that's the only thing I can think of hers that would have been out there to be compromised.
Although, and Bill Sawyer mentioned this, one of my boys, he lost $16,000 on a debit card. Could someone have ripped off her debit card numbers and gone from there?
Can I pop in?
Kathy, please, this is all you, sister. Please. When
I got the call from the detective, he also mentioned the dark web.
Whoa.
That a lot of information, your personal information, they can get the information from that web source. So obviously these people are a lot smarter than the banks, these credit card companies. And just on the news the other night, they caught somebody on video at an ATM who raised up his T-shirt, and he had some gizmo, and he was pulling information out of the ATM.
So hold on. So, Max, I'm kind of leaning toward what you're saying, that some data breach, someone got her information and used it and ran with it, right?
Yeah, and like my mom was saying, once that information gets compromised, there's a whole other market out there, a black market, right, where people buy and sell this information. So that's how it ends up on the dark web.
So Kathy, you have no recourse, darling. Like the FDIC, no one insures anything. You're just out.
No, I'm not. The bank is insured. I will get those funds back.
Nice.
But it takes a while. There's a process. So the minute you realize that you are a victim of fraud, right, you have to report it immediately to your bank. And my suggestion would be go in person if you can, if the bank is still open. And if that's not an option, if it's after hours, if it happens on a Saturday or a Sunday that you realize this has happened, call customer service on your bank statement immediately, and then go in person the next day to speak with somebody face-to-face about this, because they can get you copies of the fraudulent transactions, and you'll get a lot more detail.
So, Kathy, did you have to get all new checks and stuff?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And also, I was a victim of mail phishing and check washing in the summer of 2021.
Whoa.
And that's a whole different ball game, because then you have to report that to the United States Postal Inspection Service as well. And they put out a phenomenal booklet, and why these booklets aren't available at the counter, at all post offices, banks, is beyond me. Because there is so information available in these booklets to help people that have been victims of fraud.
So, Kathy, Max, why does your mom end up being the victim of this insane fraud twice? Why?
Unfortunately, just happenstance. Now, to put a little bit more information on that mailbox phishing, what people do is they'll use like a water bottle with a sticky substance on it, and they drop it down into the postal drop boxes, the blue boxes where you put your mail.
Wow.
And then they with a string, they pull out people's bills, and then they get checks out of there. That's what happened the first time to my mom. They ended up washing checks, and the Postal Service was aware of this, but they didn't advise the people that live in her area not to use the postal drop boxes. Instead, they should have been saying, if you have anything to mail, bring it to the post office and hand it to somebody over the counter.
I had no idea, man.
Yeah. But I have three things, Marty, if I could, before we run out of time.
Yeah, of course.
So I would advise everybody, if they haven't done it already, to freeze your credit at the three credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. It's free to do that. That prevents anybody from opening up a line of credit in your name and running up debt in your name.
Okay.
No charge to do that.
Nice.
Second thing, I would only keep enough money in the checking account that you need to conduct business, pay your bills, your expenses. My mom, I don't know why she had a lot of money in there, but that made her a target. So what the thieves do is they deposit a check in the account, and they're phishing. So when they get that deposit slip back with a balance, they're like, oh, this is a good one. We know there's a lot of money in here. And then they go back the second time to withdraw all the money. So if you don't have the money in there, it makes you less attractive, and it limits your exposure to loss.
It's amazing.
And then the third thing, if your bank, credit union, or credit cards, most people at this day and age, or organizations, have the ability to set up alerts on your accounts. And I would advise anybody to do that. A preset dollar amount, $100, $50, whatever. Anytime the transaction hits your account, you either get a text or email notification. So that way you can say, oh, there's some activity on my account that I didn't initiate, and then that will raise a flag, and you can take action immediately, rather than a week or two goes by if you're not that active, and then, the damage is done at that point.
Max, I love the info. Kathy, you're amazing, like your son. Now I know where he gets it.
Marty, I'd like to add one more thing.
Please.
Also, I also filed a report online with the local police department here. And when you go online, those 3 companies that Max just mentioned, those are included as part of that report. They give you the names, the websites, the phone numbers. They also have the U.S. Federal Trade Commission on there as well. So I advise anybody who is a victim of this, make sure that you do file a police report online.
Love you both. I love the Boston accent, Kathy. Love it. Thank you, darling. See ya.
All right, Marty. Thanks,
you
brother.
both. It's great information.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
We learned a hell of a lot today. Thanks to both of them. That's fantastic.